This is ABC 7 News at noon. Your Suncoast News. We're here for you.
Good afternoon, I'm Ray Collins. New developments involving a burglary earlier this week in Manatee County. An unknown person entered the Bradenton Vet Hospital and stole a freezer. Police released a photo of the burglar's truck, which they think might be a Nissan Frontier, last seen leaving 17th Avenue West. If you can help solve this one, call the police or the email at crimetips@cityofbradenton.com. A big change in the weather forecast right now. We'll see some increasing clouds as well as some wind. There's 80 right now, Wendy Ross.
Oh my gosh, can you believe it? And we've got plenty of sunshine around, but we're also starting to see the winds beginning to pick up in advance of this cold front that's starting to make its way down the state. We are looking at dew point and humidity levels are high, and we are looking all across the Sun Coast with clear to partly cloudy skies to mostly cloudy conditions. Where you've got the clouds, the temperatures are not nearly as warm. 75 in Venice, 78 degrees in Bradenton, and we are looking at 80 degrees at the airport right now. And as you can see, here's that line of showers and thunderstorms heavy to our north, and we also have some showers located out in the Gulf of Mexico. They're getting ready to move on in as well. We're expecting to see those showers here on our Sun Coast beginning at around 7 o'clock tonight. We could start to see the rain. We're already getting some very light rains popping up over the central part of the state right now, affecting parts of Charlotte County, but we are just seeing partly cloudy to mostly cloudy to even a lot of sunshine in some places around the Sun Coast. We'll let you know what we can expect for this upcoming weekend. I've got the forecast in just a few minutes. All
right, talk to you soon. Thank you, Wendy. Back to the news now. Reaction is mixed to a controversial picture of the mayor of Venice. Here it is. John Hollick says the woman had either balloons or small soccer balls inside her shirt, and he was just being silly. He says he was with his wife when a group dressed as pirates walked up and asked for a picture.
My hand was on the dress, but the only thing that I would have felt would have been either the balloon or the shrunken athletic ball. I was not touching her breast.
Mayor Hollick says he did not know the woman or the person who took the picture. Meantime, a similar picture led to a series of subsequent allegations against now former Senator Al Franken. But as Serena Marshall tells us, he was not the only resignation this week on Capitol Hill.
A sexual harassment reckoning on Capitol Hill as a third member of Congress resigns. Republican Congressman Trent Franks admits in a lengthy statement he discussed surrogacy with two female staffers when he and his wife were trying to conceive. And while he's adamant he never had sexual contact with anyone, in a statement Franks said, "I clearly became insensitive as to how the discussions of such an intensely personal topic might affect others." The Arizona congressman is the first Republican to step aside this year amid claims of sexual misconduct, and did so at the urging of Speaker of the House Paul Ryan, who launched the Ethics Committee investigation into Franks. Franks' announcement came the same day.
In the coming weeks, I will be resigning as a member of the United States Senate.
Senator Franken bowed to pressure from his Democratic colleagues to resign following accusations from 8 women of sexual misconduct. And earlier this week,
my legacy will continue through my children.
88-year-old Democratic Congressman John Conyers retiring after facing multiple allegations of sexual harassment. Conyers has denied all the allegations against him, while Franken denies some and added that his recollection on others were different. The office responsible for taking harassment complaints on Capitol Hill told a committee yesterday in the past 6 weeks,
twice as many visits to our online information about how to report sexual harassment.
Also overnight, the House Ethics Committee taking new steps to investigate allegations that Texas Rep. Blake Farenthold sexually harassed a former staffer and settled the claim in 2015 with taxpayer money that he's now promised to repay, but still denies any wrongdoing. Serena Marshall, ABC News, Washington.
The only woman in Florida's governor's race says she has a perspective that will allow her to address what she calls a sexual harassment epidemic in state government. Former Congressperson Gwen Graham says if elected governor, she'll create a new position for somebody to independently investigate harassment complaints in Tallahassee. She said, like many women, she too has a Me Too moment in her life. Another Democrat in the race also announced a proposal to address sexual harassment. Businessman Chris King said in a Facebook video that he would create an office that would be an advocate for victims in Tallahassee. A Sarasota County jury found a Newtown man guilty of killing his two neighbors 2 years ago. Ronald Howard was convicted of shooting and killing 65-year-old Johnny Campbell and 83-year-old Carlos Suarez Jr. Prosecutors and one of the victim's daughters were pleased by the jury's verdict of guilty.
He was found to be guilty of premeditated murder in the first degree for both Johnny and Carlos, and also the fact that he had a weapon in his possession. He's a convicted felon 8 times over.
It's like a huge weight lifted off my chest, you know. It's been a long time. Like, we've been having a comeback for trial dates and stuff. It's been a lot, you know. I'm just glad that justice was served.
Howard will receive life in prison without parole on both murder counts. Switching gears now, let's talk about Wall Street. Some numbers are in on the job front. Let's go to Jeff Stern for the latest on that. Hey, hi, Jeff.
How are you, Ray?
Good.
You're right. The numbers came out for November, and 228,000 new jobs. That brings it up about 2 million for the year. Very impressive. Unemployment stayed steady, 4.1%, and even wage growth grew just a little bit, 0.2%. We know the 10-year Treasury is still trading around that 2.38%, as well as the oil has moved up and down, but right now it's about $57 a barrel. Government's not going to shut down. They're going to stay working for 2 more weeks at least, so we'll see how that goes. Woke up this morning, the futures were negative or positive. Let's see how we're currently trading. The Dow Jones Industrial Average 24,293, up 82 points, over 0.25%. Nasdaq's positive as well, up 44 points, trading at 6,856, up over 0.5%. S&P positive as well, 2,648, up 11 points, 0.43 in the positive.
More headlines these days, Jeff, about the currency called Bitcoin. Is Bitcoin making some traction now?
It's been making a lot of traction in the headlines all over. According to the SEC, it's a decentralized peer-to-peer virtual currency. It can be exchanged for traditional currency or purchasing goods and services. A big difference, though, is there's no central authority or bank, and it's not backed by any government. The key, actually, to Bitcoin is the technology called blockchain, which is a string or list of data residing across a peer-to-peer network of individual computers and networks without any central authority or gatekeeper. The big benefits include decentralization, as we mentioned, transparency, trusted, secure, automated. There's much more detail info I'm more than happy to share, although there's pretty technical. So right now we just want to know that the chain is actually the technology, and we think that is the future. It's many, many more than just currency. Healthcare records, government records, financial services. It's really a pretty cool thing going on. As far as Bitcoin, you could have bought it under $1,000 per Bitcoin in January. Yesterday it traded around $17,000, and Dre was down about $35,000 today, or $3,500, excuse me. So it's pretty risky. I'm pretty conservative. I know you are as well, but if you do decide to buy it, make sure you have an out as well. Know when to sell. An
old expression, risk and reward are tightly tied, Jeff.
Yes, especially with Bitcoin.
All right, have a good weekend.
Enjoy yours.
Still to come on your Suncoast News, a new study finds that women who take birth control may increase their risk of breast cancer. We'll have a story. And the Venice High School football team had a great send-off today before tomorrow's state championship game. We'll have a story.
The ABC7 Stock Report is brought to you by Sunset Cadillac.
Designers do it with style.
Tell me what's going on here.
Why, you don't like my hair?
The Mark and Mandy Show. In-depth design ideas.
What is up with the tuck tape here? Let's cover it up.
Amazing beauty and fashion tips.
So Halle Berry has amazing skin. Her secret is coffee grounds.
No.
Delicious recipes.
Today, I'm going to show you a special dish that is sure to please that special someone in your life.
Watch The Mark and Mandy Show right here on your favorite channel.
Let me introduce you to the ultimate Florida window. Do you feel safer with this or this? You'll be proud too.
Buy more, save more. Volume discounts on 4 or more windows.
Since 1972, Sleep King has provided quality mattresses and accessories at the best discounted prices available. Top brands like Simmons, Sealy, Serta, Beautyrest, iComfort, and more. With available free delivery, free financing, and free setup and removal. For a comfortable night's sleep with same-day delivery, even if we have to carry it on our backs. Trust Sleep King of Sarasota. Buy it today, sleep on it tonight.
Credit card debt can ruin your life. If you owe $10,000 and minimum payments are siphoning away your paycheck each month, you can get debt-free in less time than you think.
I've paid $800 a month for the past 3 years and haven't changed the balance on my credit card.
Get Debt-Free Now has a program to reduce your debt, stop the harassing phone calls, avoid financial ruin, and settle for less than you owe.
I feel like a huge weight has been lifted off my shoulders.
You're pre-approved for our special hardship program if you owe $10,000 or more. Upon payment of your new lower balance, your debt will finally shrink until you are debt-free.
My family no longer has 30 years of payments ahead of us at 20% interest.
There's no fees until you see results. So call now, make one monthly program payment, and free up your cash. Resolve your debt.
Call 800-628-1251, 800-628-1251.
ABC 7 News at 7, weeknights.
Well, we are looking at showers and thunderstorms that are really affecting the northern part of the state right now, and others are now beginning to form just off of our coastline. And you can see them out here, and some of them are starting to get strong. We're getting some pop-ups of some showers and thunderstorms out here in the Gulf of Mexico. And all of this, of course, is moving in our direction. And we do have a 60 to 70% chance of rain for much later today. And during the overnight time period, that's also when we're going to be seeing some very strong showers and thunderstorms moving through the area. So what's going on right now is that we're not seeing anything onshore at this time for us. We have cloudy to partly cloudy skies. Some places are reporting nothing but sunshine, but we're getting a little bit of a mixture of everything right here across the Sun Coast. And around the Arcadia area, we're getting some pop-ups of some showers that have just appeared on radar just in the last 30 minutes or so. Across the southeastern part of the country, though, we're now seeing the big mix of rain and snow and, of course, the icy conditions there. And our sister station in Birmingham, Alabama, has reported some snow, and this is what it looks like there. Aren't you glad we're not there where the snowy conditions are? And by the way, we're going to see some big changes in our forecast. Snow will not be one of them, so we don't have to worry about that. Thank goodness. We're only going to see our temperatures getting down to about 60 degrees for the daytime high. That's a far cry from what they have to have in order to get snow, which is in the 40s, the low 40s. So what we're looking at right here are rain and that icy mixture and snow across the southeast. And this is such a slow-moving cold front. We've been talking about it for days now, and it's still not moving very quickly. But this frontal system will be moving on down to central Florida. We've got a couple of low-pressure systems out here in the Gulf of Mexico moving along that front, and all of this is coming together to help bring about really good chances of showers and thunderstorms. There's a chance that we could see some severe weather during the overnight time periods tonight, and so that's something we're going to be watching. And you can see this is what we're expecting during the overnight time periods. We're going to be looking at those very strong showers and thunderstorms sitting right on top of us, and they're going to be responsible for the possibility of 1 to 2 inches of rainfall as all of this weather comes on through. But then on Saturday afternoon, we're going to be looking at clearing conditions across the northern part of the state and all the way down through central Florida as the system finally moves on past us. And we're going to end up with beautiful, beautiful sky conditions for Sunday. But we pay a price with those colder temperatures that are going to be moving on in starting on Saturday. So that's the way things are shaping up for us. We're going to be looking at the winds that are now getting stronger. They're coming in out of the south. That's helping to keep those temperatures on the rise right right now at 80 degrees for some locations. But as the day wears on, as the cold front comes on in, you can see that by 7 o'clock we've got some of these pops of rain right on top of us, and some of them are going to be heavy as they come on through. And then the winds are going to shift around as that cold front comes through, and when that happens, that's going to be the introduction of some of these colder temperatures that are going to be moving in as well. So this is what it looks like over the next several days. You can see today we're going to see our temperature very close to 80 degrees across the Sun Coast, and then we take a very severe drop in those temperatures. Keep in mind, tonight is going to be on the rough side, so we just need to be paying attention to tonight's forecast. Your app will be a good place to find all of the updated information. Ray?
Good advice. Thank you, Wendy. On to Health Smart now. A new study finds links between birth control and breast cancer risks. About 140 million women worldwide use hormonal contraceptives. The study, published in the New England Journal of Medicine, looked at data from nearly 2 million women between the ages of 15 and 49 over more than a decade. Researchers found that women who took hormonal contraceptives, including pills or patches, had a 20% increased risk of breast cancer. The risk was higher the longer the contraceptive was used, and continued even after the women stopped using birth control.
There was an increased risk of breast cancer amongst current users and women even beyond discontinuation. So they looked 5 years out from discontinuation, and there still was conferred to be an increased risk of breast cancer.
The doctor says women currently using hormonal birth control should not panic. If they have concerns, it's best to talk to their doctor about their individual risk and develop a plan that is right for them. Time for lunch. Here is Chef Judy on Longboat Key at Harry's Continental Kitchen.
We are celebrating here 40 years of deliciousness out at Harry's Continental Kitchen. Located on Longboat Key, just the drive alone relaxes you and makes you feel so good. Indoor dining with the most amazing garden view, or outdoor dining. They're open for breakfast, lunch, and dinner, like they like to say, brunch. It's the perfect opportunity to just sit back. They have an amazing wine selection, and they have a great deli right across the street, and we'll be going over there later. I'm hoping there's a piece of pie with my name on it as well. So stay with us throughout the hour as we come to you from the award-winning Harry's Continental Kitchen. You'll get to meet the owners and talk about what's happening, getting ready for the holidays, and so much more.
Hi, I'm Chef Bob. Watch Aprons in the Kitchen every Wednesday morning on ABC7, where we'll be serving up the most awesome dishes. Then stop by your neighborhood Publix, pick up the recipe card and all the ingredients.
Today, everyone is looking for more fashionable choices in flooring than ever before. And G. Fried has responded with a huge selection of carpets, tile, wood, laminate, and vinyl. Installed by a highly skilled team, G. Fried has got everything you're looking for and more. The next time you think about quality flooring, think G. Fried Flooring America. G. Fried Flooring America. Our world is at your feet.
Get the best Black Friday deals right now during the Black Friday sales event at Sunset Dodge Chrysler Jeep Ram in Sarasota. Don't just settle for what's available at a smaller lot. Come shop the Suncoast's largest selection of Ram trucks. Get maximum cargo space and more comfort with a new Ram Quad Cab at rock bottom pricing. Or spread out in your spacious new Ram Crew Cab and save up to $11,000. Better prices, bigger selection. Go to Sunset Dodge Chrysler Jeep Ram in Sarasota.
If you're over the age of 50 and considering buying an annuity in the next 60 days, I have some important news for you. Don't buy an annuity until you understand the pros and cons of annuities. A free book to help you maximize your retirement income from television host and three-time author Josh Melberg has been released. This book reveals little-known truths about annuity strategies in simple-to-understand terms. Grab a pen right now because we are about to offer you this free book that unlocks the 5 little-known secrets we believe baby boomers and seniors should know before buying an annuity. Call 800-307-2040 now and And you'll receive a free copy of Josh Milberg's book, Next Gen Annuity Strategies Revealed. As a bonus, we'll also send you the #1 mistakes retirees are making with their investments today, and a free DVD on how you can get up to 33% more income in retirement. Call 800-307-2040 to have your free information kit rushed to your door. Again, that's 800-307-2040.
What to do when your heating or air conditioning needs service or, heaven forbid, replacement? Call Air Now today. We've been serving Sarasota and Manatee County since 1946. We offer $49.95 tune-ups, lease or finance options, and remember, service today or it's free.
Check out My Suncoast Dining on mysuncoast.com for Chef Judy's favorite recipes, restaurant guide, and more. Go to mysuncoast.com/dining.
Close-up. Duncan, are you ready for your close-up? Look at this. I've got Marsha Panucci with me. And Duncan, look at Duncan. He's such a sweet boy. And he is just having so much fun. He's a talker, too. This is a Beagle mix, isn't he?
Well, actually, we think he's about 98%
yeah,
Beagle.
He looks like he could be.
Yes, very
look
definitely.
At this boy.
Isn't he sweet?
He's a sweetie.
Now,
yes, you are.
He
look
is a year-and-a-half-year-old Beagle, and just full of
good
P
energy.
and P,
yeah.
as you understand for a puppy.
Good energy is what that
good
means.
energy.
Right,
yes.
that's right.
He loves driving in a car.
Oh.
And one of the best things is if you need a shortstop for your baseball team, this is the guy. Okay, so he catches the ball, then it gets thrown, he runs, he gets it, he brings it back. This is one wonderful dog.
Would you look at the camera? Just
Yes,
look at the camera,
yes,
because
look at
you're the
that.
one. You're the one that we want to get into a forever home today. And tell us his story. Does he have a story that you
Well,
want to
the
share?
story that he had, of course, was that whoever had him was unable to take care of him. And, you know, again, we must stress, as you know, Wendy, puppies can be demanding.
Oh, yeah.
And they're precious, and they're sweet, and they're loving. And then we also talk about it during the holiday season. Don't get a puppy if you're not willing to dedicate your first 6 months
Right.
to the upbringing of this dog, because those of us who are in sanctuary and rescue situations, we see dogs go out for Christmas and they come back for New Year's.
Oh.
This is not fair to the dog.
No.
So Duncan is a year-and-a-half puppy. So if you want somebody that is going to be very active, very happy, he's a very happy dog.
He is.
And you know what? He does kiss. Should we try it?
You try it.
Well,
You try it.
no, now he's getting shy. Yes. Oh, mwah. Yes, he's
a lover.
You couldn't find a better pup. And so he is being presented today by the Humane Society of Sarasota County. And of course, all you have to do is call them at 941-955-4131, fill out an application, and who knows, he may be waiting for you.
Oh, my goodness. I tell you what, it's just been a pleasure. Yes, you are such a sweet baby.
Yeah.
And thank you so much, Marsha,
Oh,
for
thank you,
introducing us to
Wendy.
Duncan.
Yes.
And so remember, you can just call the Humane Society to get more information on Duncan or any of their other adoptable babies. And Chef Judy is on Longboat Key at Harry's Continental Kitchen, and that's where we're going to join her now.
Welcome back. I'm really happy to be here with Chef Hal, the man who is so involved along with your dad,
Right.
and have been here. It's hard to comprehend, just about 40 years. Tell us about what's happening and what has evolved in these years.
Well, 40 years of business, starting as just a little deli takeout catering service, and evolved into a full four-headed monster with the deli, the corner store, the restaurant, the catering, and all that other fun stuff that goes along with it.
So you really did grow up in this business, literally.
I think this room used to be my bedroom.
No doubt. I thought I saw some handprints somewhere. Let's talk about, so you offer so many different things, and we're going to talk about the food in the next segment, but let's talk about some of the creativeness that you have, like your prefix menu.
Our four-course prefix is available every night. It's $39 right now for 4 courses. You get 3 choices per course, and it's always something seasonal and fresh and different that's not on our dinner menu. So it's always something different. We change it about once a month.
I love the idea because you can keep coming back and just feel that it's something new.
The hardest choice is choosing which one out of the 3 you're going to eat.
Well, you just have to come back 3 times that week, and then it will balance out,
And
right?
my favorite part are the wine pairings. You get the wine pairings for an extra $14 to go along with it.
That's a great value. Now, speaking of wine, you have an incredibly impressive wine list. How do you decide what wines to put on, what to keep?
Well, I mean, a lot has to do with the market and what sells. But a lot of the fun part about wine is trying the wine and educating yourself and choosing what works best. You know, some things you may love and you'll buy and it won't sell, and I take it home and drink it myself. But
poor guy.
You know, this is the hard parts. But for the most part, it's you know what's going to sell. We're a seafood focused restaurant. We sell more white wine than red wine, and we know that. But we have a lot of red wine on the list because. Who doesn't like Caymus, right?
I happen to love Caymus and Opus, and I walk in your door and I'm thrilled. Now, this time of year, the weather is cooling down and it's so enjoyable. So let's talk about how much seating you have out in the patio.
Oh, we've got about 30 seats on the patio. It expands on Sundays a little bit to maybe 40 to fit the crowd and the demand, because of course on a beautiful day, a Sunday brunch, who doesn't want to sit on the patio? I mean,
with a Bloody Mary and some of this great food.
Our sunrise cocktail, everything is just boom.
So I always like the idea that we can come here for brunch, go over to the beach, then come back and pick up some items at the deli after.
I see people that stay across the street for a week or a month at a time, and I'll see them here, there, here 3 times a day. I see them for breakfast, I see them in the deli, and I see them getting dinners to go or sitting at the bar having a cocktail for happy hour.
It's such a great idea. So whether you live down the street or you live in Sarasota, Bradenton, or even Venice, this is it's such a beautiful drive just being up here, and it's such a great space. I think you're going to find so much to enjoy, but you need to stick around because in a little while we're going to come back and we're going to talk about all this great deliciousness that you've marked out for me.
Thank you, Judy.
Thank you.
This holiday season, share the greatest gift of all, peace of mind. Nobody beats Subaru in service quality, vehicle quality, and overall quality. And ALG named Subaru the 2017 top brand for residual value. Now during the Subaru Share the Love event, you can lease the most fuel-efficient vehicle in its class, a new Subaru Outback, for just $229 a month, or get 0% financing with 0 down. Get more for your money. Go to Sunset Subaru in Sarasota.
This is an important medical announcement. Bard IVC filters have been linked to punctured veins and problems with migration. Anyone who's received a Bard IVC filter must receive medical monitoring and may be entitled to substantial compensation. If you have the Bard Recovery G2 or G2 Express filter, you are in a class of patients who should be compensated for some expenses. Call now for a free assessment of your case and potential money damages. This call is confidential, there's no cost, and you may be eligible. Juries have awarded millions of dollars to people who should have been warned about the risks of the Bard IVC filters. Call the IVC Filter Hotline if you or a loved one has received an IVC filter and experienced a vein puncture or required medical monitoring. You must call now.
Call 800-329-3089. 800-329-3089.
Need more space in your place? The More Space Place can help with Murphy beds that disappear to reveal a home office, living room, or den. Custom closets with designated areas for your shoes, bags, wardrobe, and accessories. Custom-built entertainment centers, garage storage systems, and more. The More Space Place has 3 showrooms next to Sonny's on US 41 South in Sarasota, on Lakewood Ranch Boulevard just south of State Route 64 in Bradenton, and on Tamiami Trail next to Panera Bread in Port Charlotte. Put more space in your place at the More Space Place.
Glasses and contacts. You need them to see, but they put such a strain on your life, you miss precious moments. Due to new advances in vision improvement technology, LASIK is now affordable for almost everyone, with procedures starting as low as $299 per eye and over 1 million procedures performed by our trusted independent surgeons. LASIK surgery is a sensible, safe, and affordable solution to improve your vision. Our simple 3-step process begins with a free evaluation, followed by an extensive preoperative exam to determine if you're a candidate for LASIK eye surgery. Depending on the results of your evaluation and eye exam, you and your surgeon will choose the LASIK option that works best for you. So call now to talk to a LASIK Vision Institute counselor and schedule your free evaluation. That's a $100 value, free. Call the LASIK Vision Institute for your free evaluation and enjoy more of your life.
Call 1-800-813-0109. 1-800-813-0109.
Live
From our studios on Florida's Suncoast, this is ABC 7 News at noon. Your Suncoast News. We're here for you.
We begin this half hour with a new twist to a recent murder case in Manatee County. A man was found guilty, but now one of the jurors in the trial says racism could have played a role in jury deliberations. Our Marla Spence is live right now outside the Manatee County Courthouse with the latest on this morning's judge's hearing. Marla?
Good afternoon to you, Ray. That's right. This letter is the center of today's hearing. It was written and sent into the Circuit Clerk of Courts of Manatee County last month by a juror on the Jimmy McNair murder trial. In this letter, it's detailing how that juror felt like she was poorly mistreated by other jurors, and she thinks it's because of her race and also her gender. Now, because the letter was sent in here to the Clerk of Courts, a judge is considering bringing that juror in for an interview to see whether the juror's allegations of racism could have impacted the deliberation of McNair, who was found guilty of second-degree murder of a Bradenton couple in 2015. Now, in today's hearing, Judge Diana Moreland heard from both public defender Arthur Brown and also McNair's attorney William Bennett. The public defender stated there's nowhere in that juror's letter where any racial slurs or remarks were made during that trial. Attorney Bennett thinks otherwise and expressed his position on why he wants the juror to come in for questioning.
She did put down specifically that she did not believe that a black defendant could receive a fair trial with the individuals that she sat with for deliberations. That in and of itself is my position, is a statement that's strong enough to just at least interview her to find out, you know, did somebody do something specifically?
Now, another juror was also mentioned today. Public defender Arthur Brown says that juror was upset about the letter submitted to the courts and doesn't recall any racial slurs happening among the 14 jurors. Now, so far, no decision has been made on whether that juror will be coming into the courtroom to be interviewed by Judge Diana or also the public defender and also McNair's attorney. But Judge Moreland says if she makes a decision, or when she makes a decision rather, that all parties will be present in the courtroom. Reporting live outside of Manatee County Courthouse, I'm Marla Spence for ABC 7, your Suncoast News.
All right, thank you, Marla. Some local students got a lesson this morning on speaking code, or the language of computers. Today, students from pre-K to 8th grade at St. Martha's Catholic School took part in an hour of code as part of Computer Science Education Week.
And, you know, as I'm speaking English to you and I can speak different languages, you know, humans can speak differently. Well, computers speak differently to one another. So our world is going so digital and it's everywhere. And we really need to focus with these kids on how to communicate with the computers as well and teach them the different computer languages that are out there. In fact, some states are actually going towards allowing a computer science language, a computer language, to count for foreign language.
The nationwide event was planned by the group nonprofit Code.org, they're called. Companies like Apple and Google are also involved in this nationwide event. The Venice High School football team is playing for the state championship game tomorrow night in Orlando. This morning, the players received a send-off from students at Venice Elementary School. The car pickup line was packed with banners and flags and students cheering on the Indians. Many of the players attended the elementary school, so they were able to go back and see their former teachers this morning. Tomorrow night's big game is against Bartram Trail High School, which is in the Jacksonville area. Manatee County has approved investments in restoring the historic Anna Maria Pier and the public acquisition of the premier sports campus in Lakewood Ranch. The county is set to contribute almost $6 million in annual proceeds from the 5% tourist tax. Earlier this year, Hurricane Irma damaged the pier, forcing it to be closed to the public. The county plans to allocate $2 million there and another $4 million in the premier sports complex off State Road 70. The county hopes to buy the property by the end of this year. Might be a good weekend to stay indoors, however, not on the pier for sure.
No, you are wrong. Don't say that.
Yeah?
And I'm telling you that because this is going to be a finite event.
Okay.
And it's not going to ruin the whole weekend.
Okay.
Unless you are allergic to cold weather. Then you have to stay indoors because it's going to be a whole lot colder.
I'd like over 70, please.
Oh. No, that's not happening. That is not going to happen. So what we're looking at is we've got the showers and thunderstorms coming on in later on today and through the overnight time period, and then tomorrow we're going to be starting to see things clearing out. But right now it's 80 degrees at the airport. It's sunny out there. Dew point and humidity levels are all over 70. So there you go. We're in the 70s there, and the winds are really getting strong. They're coming in out of the south at around 17 miles per hour. And all around our viewing area, we have Bradenton and Venice reporting mostly cloudy skies. Therefore, their temperatures are cooler than it is where there's plenty of sunshine. And as you can see from radar, we've got showers and thunderstorms that are now present out in the Gulf of Mexico. They're moving in our direction, and we should see those start to make their way onto the Sun Coast sometime during the afternoon hours, and we could see the heaviest rain later on tonight during the overnight time period. Right.
All right, thank you, Wendy. As expected, demonstrations have erupted around the Gaza Strip as Palestinians protest President Trump's declaration of Jerusalem as Israel's capital. Reporter Molly Hunter has the latest on this emotional day in the Middle East.
In the old city of Jerusalem, today Muslim prayers teed up to be a flashpoint.
Friday prayers have just ended at Al-Aqsa. We're just outside of Lionsgate. Al-Aqsa is just behind me. Tons and tons of people are streaming out of the mosque. So far, it's all quiet.
It started off fairly calmly, the Israeli military holding back. And then, as the Israeli military put up metal barriers, the Palestinian crowd seemed to snap. There were more flare-ups across Jerusalem. In Gaza, the Red Crescent says at least one Palestinian has been shot and killed by Israeli troops. In the West Bank, fiery protests there. And across the Muslim world, from Jordan to Indonesia.
Across the region, thousands turned out to protest for Jerusalem, for this city. But in spite of the anger here, Palestinians say they're not looking for a third intifada. Molly Hunter, ABC News, Jerusalem.
Some much different protests begin next hour at the Punta Gorda courthouse. Opponents to tax reform plan to rally outside Congressman Tom Rooney's Charlotte County District office. The protesters believe that changing the tax code will hurt the middle class. That rally starts today at 1 p.m. Sarasota's county jail is at 85% capacity, and the cash-strapped county is trying to find ways around having to build a new facility. Some ideas include a work program, which would mean non-violent offenders would do community service instead of jail time. This approach is working right now in the DUI court. Also, revamping the mental health court has been proposed as a solution as well. The jail on Main Street has 867 inmates right now. Its capacity is 1,000. Happening in Florida, the state attorney in Tampa says the parents of the Seminole Heights serial murder suspect are not cooperating. Prosecutors say that Howell and Rosita Donaldson refused to answer questions during a meeting with investigators earlier this week. They say they could be held in contempt of court. The suspect's lawyer says investigators are trying to divide the family by forcing the parents to testify against their son. The parents' next court date is next month in Tampa.
They haven't slept.
Residents on Longboat Key could be reimbursed for removing Australian pine trees. Trees that could cause potential damage to infrastructure or block roads can be removed, and residents could receive up to $750 if they request the trees be removed by the town. Now, residents that remove trees that could fall on the Gulf of Mexico Drive or on buildings along the road can receive reimbursement up to $1,500. A similar program 10 years ago removed about 100 Australian pines. Also on Longboat Key right now, Chef Judy. She is at the Harry's Continental Kitchens.
Welcome back. Hal, let's get right into the food because it looks so delicious, and start with breakfast, brunch items.
Well, the first thing that we're going to get when you come to brunch at Harry's is a bacon Bloody Mary. We infuse our own bacon, vodka here. It is delicious. It is wonderful. If you're not into bacon, go with the Sunrise Martini. Then we go German apple pancake, world famous, best thing on the menu. We sell more apple pancakes than anything else for sure.
And I want to learn how to make that apple pancake because he really nails it.
It's all in the wrist. It's all about flipping it in that big pan and finishing it in the oven. And you know, if you can flip it, you can stick it in the oven. So the Shrimpers Benedict's off our special menu. It's 2 4 Gulf shrimp, some bacon bits, poached egg, sauteed spinach on a homemade biscuit. From there, we're going to go to seafood for lunch. We got our seafood Cobb salad over here with smoked salmon, shrimp, Gulf shrimp, scallops, avocado, tomatoes, you name it, it's on there. Fresh Florida stone crabs. We have them. You want them.
No, that you couldn't have said it better.
This is our ahi tuna stack. Yellowfin tuna stacked in between crispy wontons, our Asian coleslaw, wasabi aioli on top. Another awesome seller for brunch and
I'm
lunch.
a diehard salad and ahi tuna fan, and I have to say this
Best
is
of
my
both
favorite
worlds there.
one. Yeah, it really is.
From there, we're going on to dinner. And in dinner, we have our prefix. These are two of our items for the prefix. This is our special salad this month. It's got roasted golden beets, blood oranges, kale, and a Chev cheese vinaigrette with some crispy shallots on top. And then we have a grilled duck breast with a cauliflower sous vide sauce underneath it and some sauteed frisée. It is absolutely out of this world. There's also a blackberry reduction on there. Oysters Rockefeller. You ask anybody where the best Oysters Rockefeller is, they'll tell you Harry's. And then domestic lamb chops. We're having this for a special for the holidays. The domestic lamb is just so good, so flavorful.
My husband loves your lamb here because of the portions, and it's always cooked that perfect medium rare when he orders it.
Good.
Now, speaking of the holidays, tell us when you're open and what people can expect.
The only day we're closed is Christmas Day, and you come to Harry's, you should expect delicious food and wonderful service and a smiling face.
And what's happening on New Year's Eve?
New Year's Eve will be really busy. We'll have a 3-course menu. You want to do a 4-course on New Year's just because you got to move the people in and out,
Right.
and it just takes too long. But we're gonna have a wonderful menu. I haven't put it together yet, but you're sure to enjoy.
And we'll make sure the menu goes up on mysuncoast.com. So go to the dining page and you'll be able to find out all that information. Now, you had a really good idea. You said we should stroll over to the deli and have a little dessert?
Yeah, a lot of people don't know we have a deli, so it's our bakery deli, and it's all over there. So why bring it over here when we go to them? So
We're going to them. Stay with us. We're coming back in just a few minutes to finish up with a delicious bite and show you the deli.
Attention, Americans eligible for Medicare. Are you getting all the benefits you're entitled to? Did you know there may be money available to lower your medical prescription costs? Call Health Markets and we'll tell you if you qualify.
Hi, I'm Dr. Martin Jeetsi. It's a new Medicare year. That means more changes and more confusion. The key question is, what can you do now to ensure you get the care you need in the coming year?
Call Health Markets today. You may qualify to save money on prescriptions. We'll help you find plans that may cost less, cover more, and could even lower your prescription costs to increase your savings. We help you find all the benefits you're entitled to, and we do it at no cost.
Make sure you have what you need to get the care that's right for you.
Find out if you qualify to receive extra help with your prescriptions. Call the number on the screen now. Representatives are standing by.
If you're over the age of 50 and considering buying an annuity in the next 60 days, I have some important news for you. Don't buy an annuity until you understand the pros and cons of annuities. A free book to help you maximize your retirement income from television host and 3-time author Josh Melberg has been released. This book reveals little-known truths about annuity strategies in simple-to-understand terms. Grab a pen right now because we are about to offer you this free book that unlocks the 5 little-known secrets we believe baby boomers and seniors should know before buying an annuity. Call 800-307-2040 now, and you'll receive a free copy of Josh Melberg's book, Next Gen Annuity Strategies Revealed. As a bonus, we'll also send you the #1 mistakes retirees are making with their investments today, and a free DVD on how you can get up to 33% more income in retirement. Call 800-307-2040 to have your free information kit rushed to your door. Again, that's 800-307-2040.
Download the all-new ABC7 First Alert Weather app now.
Well, this is what it looks like outside, and you can see that our cameras are moving a little bit. That is because it is windy out there. We also have some cloud cover. We're also seeing some sunshine, so we're getting a mix of everything. The only thing we don't have are the showers, but they're coming, and so we've got the showers now that are starting to form out here in the Gulf of Mexico, and they're getting a little stronger, so we're starting to see some reds showing up on radar, indicative of some heavier showers and thunderstorms that are now just off of our coastline. But we still have a couple of hours before they're going to be moving on shore, and we're expecting the heaviest rains later on tonight during the overnight time period as a very slow moving cold front finally starts to make its way down the state. We've been talking about it for days. Right now, we're just picking up a couple of sprinkles over the central part of the state, but still we've got the showers offshore, and this is where this mess is, right here across the southeast. You can see this has been a very slow-moving system. We've got a couple of areas of low pressure that have developed out in the Gulf of Mexico that are sliding along this front, and that's what's helping to bring about some of these heavier rains. So that's all going to add to the mix, along with the cold front moving on down to the south. We've got a combination of snow and ice and now rain across the southeast, with just rain over the northern parts of our state. And of course, that's going to continue down into central Florida throughout the latter part of today and into the overnight time period and early morning hours tomorrow. So you can see how very strong these showers get, especially during the overnight and early morning periods for us tomorrow. And then once this is gone, we are going to be left with beautiful sky conditions, windy conditions as well, and colder temperatures. That is what is in store. But you'll notice that by Saturday, by the end of the day Saturday, all of this front, all of this mess is down across and into the Florida Straits and is no longer sitting on top of us. So we are looking at winds right now that are coming in out of the south. That's what's generating these very warm temperatures for us. And then later on this afternoon, we're going to start to see those showers coming on in. Tonight, we're going to get the rain and the clouds, and so things are going to deteriorate throughout the latter part of today and into the overnight time period. And you can see these showers and thunderstorms during the early morning hours tomorrow. You're going to have to deal with that as well. And as you can see, we are in this slight margin of severe thunderstorms for tonight. And again, that will take place during the overnight time period that we could see some of the severity. And there is also a 10% chance that these showers and thunderstorms could spawn a tornado. So that's something that we also need to be wary of. And in addition to that, the rainfall amounts are going to be anywhere from 1 to 2 inches as this rain band comes on through and the stormy weather takes place for us. We could see 1 to 2 inches of rainfall, and that's very unusual for this time of the year. Look at temperatures throughout the nighttime tonight. We're going to see our readings in the 40s over the north. We're going to be seeing our temperatures in the 70s across central Florida and 80s. That's what we're going to be seeing. These are the daytime highs I'm talking about. And then as that cold weather comes on through, we're going to start to see much different conditions for the rest of the weekend period, with our highs only climbing into the low 60s for daytime highs, and overnight lows on Saturday night could get down into the 40s. So that's how things are shaping up for us. Right now, though, it's 80 degrees. We're looking at plenty of sunshine. The winds are coming in out of the south at 17 miles per hour. Today, highs around 80. Tomorrow, a 68-degree reading for the high. And then we're looking at really cold temperatures starting out on Sunday and Monday. Ray?
All right, thank you, Wendy. Consumer news now. A new car app developed by General Motors is raising concerns about distracted driving. GM is installing the Marketplace app in millions of cars. It allows drivers to shop for food, gas, and more behind the wheel. Some critics say this technology will contribute to distracted driving, something that killed over 3,000 people last year alone.
I guarantee you what we're going to see is an increase in fatalities. The numbers are going up even as we speak. But until we have fully self-driving cars, we are still responsible for what we do behind the wheel.
AAA says taking your eyes off the road for 2 seconds doubles the chances of a crash. Now, GM says in their defense that the app is limited to a few simple steps similar to selecting a radio station. Ford is shifting production of an electric SUV to Mexico. The automaker had planned to invest $700 million and hire hundreds of workers in North Carolina, but now the electric SUV will be moved to Mexico, which will allow Ford to add a second autonomous vehicle plant. The decision will mean millions of dollars in investments and 800 new jobs in Mexico. If you're in the market for a new car, you could still find a great deal this month. Many automakers are looking to clear out inventories right now and hold on to market share as well, which means rebates and special incentives are at their best level of the entire year. Overall, auto sales are likely to be down in 2017, the first declining year since 2009, when both GM and Chrysler wound up in bankruptcy. Imagine taking precautions and still having issues receiving a package in the mail. That's what happened to a North Carolina woman. She even had the package sent to a UPS store. She ordered a new iPhone, and when she opened it, the box had been tampered with. She said the manager said it wasn't the first time this has happened.
She knows the weight of these packages. She knows what was in that box. And she gave me the inkling of knowing by saying to me, "Go ahead, you can open it."
UPS says they are investigating now. Here are some safety tips for you. Have the shipments sent to where they are, not where they're not, like your office, or tell the driver where they have where the package could be, particularly like maybe in a shed or in the backyard behind the garage. An option called UPS My Choice sends a text message or email when packages are on the way. Also, UPS Access Point locations are convenient for retailers such as to delis or to grocery stores or dry cleaners, florists, and the UPS store locations with the evening and weekend hours as well. Still to come in your Suncoast News, who were the highest paid musicians this year? Well, there's one. We'll tell you the other after this.
Outdoor living is one of the greatest perks about living in Florida. So whether this is your style, or this, or maybe this, contact Superior Pools. They've been building pools from Sarasota to Naples since 2001, and they would love to build yours.
Hi, I'm Chef Bob. Watch Aprons in the Kitchen every Wednesday morning on ABC7, where we'll be serving up the most awesome dishes. Then stop by your neighborhood Publix, pick up the recipe card and all the ingredients.
It's the holiday sales event here at Alex Karras Lincoln. Drive a brand new 2017 Lincoln MKC Sport Utility for $269 per month, or a 2017 MKZ for $279 per month. We have a great selection of certified pre-owned Lincolns. These vehicles have warranties up to 100,000 miles and come with complimentary roadside assistance. Alex Karras Lincoln, affordable luxury, winner of the prestigious 2015 President's Award, serving Florida's Suncoast since 1978. We are located 2 miles north of the Sarasota-Bradenton Airport on US 41.
SRQ Performance Parts provides parts and accessories from over 300 manufacturers, so you can get that new manifold, carburetor, gasket, bolt kit, or nitrous oxide system fast. We'll help you beat the competition. Call or visit SRQ Performance Parts online today for all your high-performance parts and advice.
The following message is brought to you by Mesobook.com.
People who have been diagnosed with mesothelioma have many questions. How did I get this disease? What are my treatment options? How will this affect my loved ones? You need answers, which is why we offer a free book written by medical professionals who have treated mesothelioma.
Call toll-free at 1-800-777-1366 or go to Mesobook.com.
This is an important medical announcement. Xarelto and Pradaxa have been linked to uncontrollable bleeding and even death. If you've been prescribed one of these drugs and have experienced these dangerous side effects, you may be entitled to substantial compensation. Studies show that Pradaxa can cause more heart attacks than warfarin, and other countries have already issued safety warnings against this drug. Call now for a free assessment of your case and potential money damages. The call is confidential, there's no cost, and you may be eligible. Juries have awarded millions of dollars to Pradaxa victims, and thousands of Xarelto victims are filing their legal cases. Call the Drug Watch hotline if you or a loved one used Xarelto or Pradaxa and experienced uncontrollable bleeding, brain hemorrhage, or even death. You must call now.
Call 800-793-6055. 800-793-6055.
Check out My Suncoast Dining on mysuncoast.com, your guide to the foodie lifestyle. ABC7's own Chef Judy serves up her favorite recipes, cooking tips and trends, dining blogs, step-by-step videos, and Suncoast Restaurant Guide. You'll find it all at mysuncoast.com/dining.
Outdoor living is one of the greatest perks about living in Florida. So whether this is your style, or this, or maybe this, contact Superior Pools. They've been building pools from Sarasota to Naples since 2001, and they would love to build yours.
Well, Harry, it's all about the pies for me, and you've been doing this for 40 years. What'd you pick out today?
This is our famous chocolate mousse cake, carrot cake, our famous key lime pie, chocolate pecan pie, strawberry cheesecake, peanut butter pie, rum cake, and banana cream pie.
Well, wait a minute. You said this was a rum cake.
Rum cake.
Rum cake.
You can't drive after you eat it.
Harry, you started here 40 years ago, and it was a teeny space.
Right.
My, how you've grown. How impressive in our industry for 40 years.
It's a very difficult thing to do, survive 40 years. But I got help with my wonderful wife and my son, Hal.
And so here's to the next 40 years.
Yeah.
Well, I have a little piece of pie. And hey, happy holidays
Thank
and
you very much.
congratulations. Love you.
Christmas
Cheers,
is all about
everybody.
kissing.
All right, thank you, Judy. Back to the news now. The 41st annual Sandy Claus Beach Run is tomorrow on Siesta Beach. Those taking part are encouraged to wear some fun holiday outfits for a costume contest. A 1-mile fun run begins at 8 in the morning, and the 5K is at 8:20. The holiday-themed costume contest begins at 9:30. Some fun on the beach. Serious news now. X-Men director Bryan Singer is accused of sexually assaulting a teenage boy 14 years ago. The now 31-year-old alleged victim says it happened during a party on a yacht in Seattle. He also claims the director said he needed to keep quiet about it if he ever wanted to work in acting. Through an agent, Bryan Singer categorically denies the allegations. LeVar Ball adds a GIF to the fire in his feud with President Donald Trump. Ball posted this on his Twitter account yesterday. It shows a cartoon image of Ball dunking on the president, along with a hashtag warning to the president to stay in his lane. The two have been going at it now after Ball's son, LiAngelo, and 2 of his teammates on UCLA were arrested in China last month for shoplifting. Well, Diddy did it. Sean Diddy, Puff Daddy, you name it, Combs tops the latest Forbes list of the highest paid musicians this year. Over the past 12 months, Forbes figures that Combs made, get this, $130 million from his Bad Boy family reunion tour and also his various business interests. Second place, Beyonce. She earned $105 million in the past 12 months from her Formation World Tour.
We are in the wrong business, aren't we?
Is it too late?
Well, it is for me. It is for me. I never had a chance to get started anyway. But I will tell you that we are looking at some rough weather for tonight, so Bob Harrigan will be in at 5 to let you know exactly what we can expect for the nighttime hours.